Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another recap of the week. This week was an amazing week. It was 4 out of 4 trades, so no losses at all. I was unbeaten this week, and this made me go from being like 7% away from getting funded to now officially getting funded. So I'm so happy about this. I'm just waiting for them to send me the agreement. Once I sign the agreement, I should be good to go. They should give me the funded account. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with the payouts and everything. But so right now, I'm just gonna explain you guys all the trades that I took this week. This week, I didn't only focus on New Year session because the New Year session, I didn't like it that much the week before. So I was focusing on just taking A plus setups. It didn't really matter the session that it was, but as long as volume showed up and a good entry showed up, I was entering the markets. So let's start with Monday. Well, Monday was a bank holiday on the US, so New Year's session didn't really have no volume at all. So let's start with Tuesday, which was the first day with volume. And this day, I had to work, I'm pretty sure. So those days, I gotta wake up really early. Wake up at about 4 in the morning Central Time. So this day, I entered the market a little bit before New York Open is at 9:30, so I entered the market at about 7:45, I'll say. Pretty sure I took this entry in the 15-minute time frame. Give me a quick second. Yep, right here. So the market was respecting this zone over here and staying above this zone. This was like a little break of this consolidation over here, and it was retesting this area. I was not sure about that, even though it did a bullish engulfing, and this is a pretty good signal for it to keep going up. I just wanted a retest of this area right here to make sure that it was breaking the consolidation. So as soon as I saw the market broke above this area and then came back in the 15-minute time frame and started rejecting this area over here, and a little bit of volume came to the upside, I entered 24, 23 pips of stop loss, not a really big stop loss, just because I wanted to make sure it was going to stay above this zone. If it was going to go back to this zone, I didn't want to be in the trade anymore. And 60 pip, as always, take profit. I should have held more, to be honest, but I wanted to get my 2% for the day and get out. So I got my 2%, we're out of the markets, no more trades for that session. Then waited for next day, and then the next day I had to work as well, so I had to wake up kind of early. And then I saw the markets came to all-time highs again, or made new all-time highs, matter of fact. And then let's go to the 5 minute time frame to show you what did I saw, because it was like a little bit of a consolidation in that area right here where they broke all-time highs, and I was targeting the market to go down to retest this area over here. So as soon as I saw that it was consolidating and then a little bit of volume came down to this side, I anticipated myself to enter on this position right here, since I was putting my stop loss a little bit above this area. So if it still go up that day, I would have been out the markets. But I kind of knew, kind of expect the market to make that move. So I got confident into my strategy and I entered this position and it went instantly in profits. I think this trade lasted like 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes long. So it was pretty quick. I targeted 1 to 2. So this day I didn't risk the full 1%. I risked 0.5%. So the first trade I made only 1%, which is pretty good. As of right now, I'm up 4% for the week after this trade, because I was already up about 1%, I'm pretty sure. And then I waited, and I used the Fibonacci retracement. Let me look for the Fibonacci retracement real quick. It's right here. And then I'm pretty sure I put it from right here. Since it's the beginning of the move. Wait, the beginning of the move is right here to the end of the move. So this take notes, guy, because this right here that I'm giving you is the sauce to use the Fibonacci tool. You just put it from the beginning of the movement to the end of the movement, and then it's gonna give you the perfect retracement, which most of the times is pretty accurate. And because it broke this zone over here, so I was not looking to sell since it was still bullish, even though it broke this area. I could have just target a sell over here, but I didn't want to target a sell. I wanted to look for buys, to be honest, just because it's still bullish. I don't want to go against the trend. Every time I go against this trend, I get completely wrecked. So, anyways, let's keep going. It instantly rejected the Fibonacci area, so as soon as start volume coming up, I didn't want to miss out on this trade, so the FOMO got me, and thanks God the FOMO got me this day, because I won this trade. Pretty quick trade, also a 10-minute trade, so this day was pretty much two scalps. I only put a 20-minute trade and then a 10-minute trade and did the profit for the day. I did my 2%. So after that, I was 5% up, which is pretty good. No, matter of fact, I was 6% up after this day, if I'm not mistaken. Or 5%. It can be any of those, to be honest. But anyways, let's go with Thursday. So, pretty sure it was 5%. 5%, yeah. Now that I remember, it's 5%. So let's go with Thursday. Thursday, I'm pretty sure I didn't wait for New Year's session as well, just because I had to work those 3 days. So I'm not really looking forward when I'm working to be trading actively and watching the markets in New Year's session, since there's a lot of volatility. So I just wait for kind of like a slower session where there's big movements, which is Asian session and London session sometimes. But right now it is good. It's not like all year round it's good. There's pretty shitty times for those sessions where there's no volume at all. But this trade over here was so nice because I wanted to follow the trend, which was bullish. I was also expecting the market to break all-time highs because it was doing that all week long. So typically the market repeats itself pretty much all the time. So after I saw this bullish engulfing, after it rejected this area right here, that's perfect. That's my bread and butter. So I entered, no doubt, a buy over here, which was 25 pips stop loss. But since I did scale in, I put the stop loss at break even after I did my second position, which was right here, and I put a 20 pip stop loss over here. So this position I put it at break even, and then this position I put the stop loss at the break even point. So I had double risk when I'm really using only one risk with risky trade, and then one trade is risk free. So, anyways, the market moved. Give me my retracement right here. Perfect entry. And then it went straight up in profits. Take profit on both. So that put me at the 2% I needed for the day. So next day, I didn't even need to trade in the New Year session, which I didn't. I just let New Year session that day alone. Woke up, kept going with my day. Didn't even have to check the markets in the New Year session. Which I'm pretty sure it didn't give a trade. Let's check. Let's double verify. So this is 9:30. So this would have been my buy, pretty sure, or maybe I would have sold right here. I think I would have sold right here because honestly, this buy I didn't like it anymore. I don't like it that much, but I think I would have got cooked since my take profit is 60 pips most of the times. Let's measure this real quick. So if I would have sold over here, yep, I would have touched my take profit, no problem. So it would have been a good trade. But anyways, that day I took my profits from London session, or kind of like a hybrid between Tokyo and London session. And then since that session was treating me kind of nice that day, and I was up about 6.5 to 7% in the challenge, I just needed one successful trade. And I didn't want to risk that much since I was not trading a New Year session. So I went ahead and risked like a 0.3% or really low risk. And so the market went all the way to this spot right here. I kind of saw this head and shoulders, which y'all already know whenever I see a head and shoulder pattern, it is pretty accurate that it's going to happen a big move to the downside. So you can see right here, perfect head and shoulder. It came all the way down, perfectly moved, and then you just gotta wait for the retest. You wait for that retest. I waited for that retest, 30-minute time frame. Saw that I was closing above the area, no engulfing, no nothing. So, what that confirms that it's gonna reject this area. So the next 30 minutes, that almost took me out. I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of scared when this candle did this movement because I was like, oh my god, this is gonna take me out. I'm gonna put my stop loss a little bit higher because I don't want this to take me out. And since I'm not risking that much, I'm just gonna target 100 pips. And then it is what it is. If I lose, I'm not gonna lose that much. I can still pass this account the next day. But gratefully, it went all the way down as I was expecting. And that was the last trade. This trade put me at the $16,000 profit target that I needed for the 200K account. And I completely passed the challenge in 1 week. 8% in 4 days. Well, it was 7% because I was already up 1%. But I could have been funded like 2, 3 weeks ago if I wouldn't give the market so many chances when I lost. I was giving the markets 2 times and 3 times sometimes chances after a loss, which is not completely right. I give max 2 chances, not three. So the days that I was giving 3 chances was kind of messing me up, and instead of moving forwards, I was moving backwards. But anyway, guys, this is it for the video. It was a pretty quick video since it was only 4 days instead of 5 days. I'm really excited. Can't wait to trade the new account that I'm gonna get and start getting payouts. This is a stepping stone for me since I've already been doing this for a while. If you want to know the story of how I started doing trading and how I got to this point, it's a pretty long story, full of frustrations, full of a lot of shit that the market gave me and me myself, because I gotta keep myself accountable. I was not the best trader emotionally. Strategically, yes, I consider my strategy is pretty good, but mentally I was kind of struggling last year. And that's the main point what I was not getting this right. I got funded about 4 times before and lost the account because my psychology was kind of messed up. But I'm gonna leave that for another video. If it's get requested in the comments, please subscribe, like, and comment this video, share it with your friends, and stay tuned for next week. I'm gonna be posting another video, and then if I start seeing a lot of love to these videos, I'm gonna start posting twice a week. Have a good week.